The Holland Tunnel, Jimmy Kimmel, and Fantasia are all on this day. Hey, welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is November 13th, 2020. It is the 318th day of the year. We got 48 days left in 2020. It's the 46th Friday and the 53rd day of fall. We got 38 days left until winter. Today is World Kindness Day. World Kindness Day seeks to spread and promote kindness. Imagine that. On this day, kindness is encouraged worldwide, and being generous, considerate, ethical, and friendly. They want you to just be a better person. All right, let's see what else happened on November 13th. 1927, the Holland Tunnel opens to traffic as the first Hudson River vehicle tunnel linking New Jersey to New York City. Plans for a fixed vehicular crossing over the Hudson River were first devised in 1906. However, disagreements prolonged the planning process until 1919, when it was decided to build a tunnel under the Hudson River. At the time of its opening, the Holland Tunnel was the longest continuous underwater vehicular tunnel in the world. Every time I say vehicular, I want to throw manslaughter on the end of it because you always hear that in the news. They always go together. It's weird. I just struggled for like 10 minutes not to say vehicular manslaughter. 1940, Walt Disney's animated musical film Fantasia is first released on the first night of a roadshow at New York's Broadway Theater. It didn't make any money on the first release because World War II basically cut off its distribution in Europe. So it took a while for it to make some money. To this day, it is the 24th highest grossing film of all time in the U.S. when adjusted for inflation. 1956, the Supreme Court of the United States declares Alabama's laws requiring segregated buses illegal, thus ending the Montgomery bus boycott. White backlash against the court victory was quick and brutal, as you can imagine. 2 days after the inauguration of the segregated seating, someone fired a shotgun through the front door of Martin Luther King's home. A day later, on Christmas Eve, white men attacked a black teenager as she exited the bus. 4 days after that, 2 buses were fired upon by snipers. The city finally suspended bus service for several weeks on account of all the violence. Due to the violence, other parts of the city were more heavily segregated to appease the whites and to ensure the safety of the black citizens. Yeah. You look back on things like that and, it's a different mindset back then and different time, but how did they get to this point? I never understand people sometimes. 1982, Ray Mancini, known as Ray Boom Boom Mancini, defeats Duck Koo Kim in a boxing match held in Las Vegas. Kim's subsequent death 4 days later leads to significant changes in the sport of boxing. Yeah, I remember when this happened. Before the fight, Kim was quoted as saying, "Either he dies or I die." That's not good, especially when you're talking about a sport. Mancini also believed this fight would be a total war. They did a lot of damage to each other. Anyway, Mancini missed a left, and then Mancini hit Kim with another hard right hand. Kim went flying into the ropes, and his head hit the canvas. Kim managed to rise unsteadily. Ralph Wiley of Sports Illustrated, covering the fight, would later recall Kim pulling himself up the ropes as he was dying as one of the greatest physical feats he had ever witnessed. Yeah, the guy was dying. That's horrible. After losing, Kim collapsed into a coma and died 4 days later. One of the most significant changes is they went from 15-round boxing matches to now the max is 12. Cut down a little bit of the damage. But I remember when that happened. That was horrible. And Ray Mancini's a really nice guy. In all the interviews, he's just always been tore up about it all these years later. Mancini's promoter, Bob Arum, often said that Ray Mancini was never the same after that fight. 2013, Hawaii legalizes same-sex marriage. Movies released on November 13th, 1998, Meet Joe Black. Great movie. Anthony Hopkins, Brad Pitt, and Claire Forloni. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but she's beautiful. One of my favorite actresses, just on looks alone. She's an okay actress, don't get me wrong. But anyway, it's a great movie. Anthony Hopkins plays an elderly rich man who's dying, and Death shows up. And he actually talks Death into giving him some time. Brad Pitt, being Death, takes a human form and hooks up with his daughter, Claire Forloni. Forloni, whatever. Born on November 13th, 1967, Jimmy Kimmel, American comedian, actor, and talk show host. He is the host and executive producer of Jimmy Kimmel Live, the late-night talk show. In 2018, he was named as Time Magazine's one of the 100 most influential people. I remember him when he was on a local radio station in Los Angeles growing up. He was on KROQ in the morning show. He did some good stuff there. It was great. Died on November 13th, 2004. We lost Old Dirty Bastard, American rapper and producer. Born as Russell Jones, he was one of the founding members of the Wu-Tang Clan, a rap group primarily from Staten Island, New York, which rose to prominence with its 1993 debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang. He died 2 days before his 36th birthday due to an accidental overdose. Now, I watched this thing on him one time because I thought he was, weird, insane, and I thought he needed help for years. But the people that surrounded him, all his people, they weren't really sure if it was the drug use or he was actually insane the last couple of years of his life because he was acting really, really strange. And yeah, he was just out of it. Weird. 2016, we lost Leon Russell, American singer and songwriter. He was involved in numerous best-selling pop music records in his 60-year career. Yeah, he'd been around a while. His collaborations rank as some of the most successful in music history. He recorded 33 albums and at least 430 songs. He died at the age of 74 following heart surgery. All right, that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.